What's going on, everybody? What's happening today? The weather, for right now at least, has made a little bit of a change. Right now it's currently almost 1 o'clock and it's in the low 60s at the moment here in Pittsburgh. Not really sure how that happened, considering yesterday it was about 87 degrees with the humidity. It was close to 90. Today I want to talk a little bit about what is a good temperature, or what is like your cutoff temperature on which somebody riding up on me, but what is your cutoff temperature in which you take your bike out? What temperature is safe to ride in? Some people, they ride all year round. I don't want to say they ride in the snow, but some people with cruisers, they will ride basically all year round. What I mean by all year round, they will ride November, December, any day that it's, you know, at least above freezing. I really don't see too many people out there when the roads are, you know, below 32 degrees, or even when there's salt and snow out there. I actually seen one rider. If I can find the pic, I will put it in this video. This rider had no face shield on his helmet. He had horrible tires. I'm talking horrible tires. He had no windscreen on his bike either. I'm not sure if that was his only vehicle, his only way of transportation, but he did it. But I do want to talk a little bit about, what do you think is a temperature that you say, no, I'm not going out, it's too cold, the roads are too cold, it's going to take too long for the tires to heat up? What is that threshold of temperature that it has to go over for you to bring your bike out? But I'm doing this because I want to engage with the subscribers out there, and I want to get more opinions. I want people to, down below, I want people to go ahead and leave your comments, leave all your opinions, whether they're good or bad. I will respond to your comments down below in the comment section. Leave your opinions on what you think is that temperature which you just say, nah, it's too cold, no matter how many layers I got on, no matter what. Leave that below and let me know. I'm going to talk a little bit about what I feel, what temperature I feel that I'm just like, nah, I ain't coming out, it ain't worth it. This is more for like the newer riders out here, and don't get it twisted by any means or misunderstand what I'm saying, because I myself am a newer rider, and I have no, I'm not ashamed to say that. I've been riding legally for about 2.5 years now. I went ahead and went through the whole process, you know, got my learner's permit, went to the MSF motorcycle safety course, and obtained my motorcycle endorsement. I did that in October 2017. A couple months later, I wasn't expecting to purchase my own bike until at least like April, May of 2018. You know, I would look every day, I'd watch YouTube videos every day, I'd be on the lookout for a bike, because I knew financially I wasn't able to get one right when I went to go get my permit and got my license. But after a while, I kept looking, and I ended up getting a bike in February of 2018. Before all of that, I was just riding dirt bikes and whatnot, which you don't need a license for those, but you know, I'd ride on the street. But riding a dirt bike versus riding a 600cc or 1000cc street bike is totally different, day and night. I don't what this traffic's about. But like I said, it's day and night. With that being said, I'm still a new rider. From the beginning, when I first did obtain my license, I obviously watched Moto-Vloggers, 650E, Do It Within, Sub-Delinquent, and there's all types of them. Cat Cam, 6'4" Honda. He was the first person I think I started watching. I don't even know how his video came up. But back to what I was saying, I feel, because right now it's currently in the low 60s, it might even be mid 60s right now. Right now I feel that it's the perfect time to be out on two wheels, only because, I mean, your bike runs a little bit cooler, and when your bike runs cooler, it obviously, it runs more efficient when it is cooler, as long as it's in good mechanical shape. So therefore, I think in the 60s right now, and even in the mid 50s, it will be a little bit chillier when you're on the bike and moving at speed, you know, 40 and above. It will be a little bit chilly. It will feel like it's about 40 some degrees. But with riding in these colder temperatures, some factors do come in, but especially when it comes to the temperature of the ground. It's 60 degrees and it dips down into the low 50s at night. The temperature now in fall, or if you still want to call this summertime, Indian summer or whatever, the temperature of the ground right now, it may not be as cold as it would be come December or January. Usually around those months, the ground has been cold for weeks, days, even months. And if it does warm up to, you know, 60, 70 degrees, the ground's still a bit cold. That brings me to the other factor, that when you're running cold tires, and I mean cold tires by you just hop on the bike, you hit the pavement, and you try to take a turn, you try to dip low, you try to you know, lean real hard, you may low side, you may go down. Either way, it's not ideal to just jump out here and start taking turns, you know, aggressive. You need to warm your tires up a bit, and some of these videos where I'm swerving side to side, I'm not just doing that because it's fun or it feels good. I'm doing that to warm my tires up because I just got out. I just hopped on my bike, and I'm not going to try to take any kind of turn, let alone tight corners on back roads. I'm not going to try to take them and try to lean at my full potential or what I'm comfortable with leaning, because I really don't go aggressive on back roads. I'm not at that point, and I'm not ashamed of saying I'm not at that point to completely lean my bike over, especially out here on the street. I mean, you can lean real hard through a turn, and as soon as you come out that turn, there could be gravel, there could be leaves, especially this time of year, and it's just, to me, it's just not worth it. I'm going home at the end of the night. End of story. So with that being said, you got to warm your tires up, and with riding in a straight line, that doesn't necessarily warm your whole tire up. There's probably sections on your tire that are still cold, or that are not up to a certain temperature to make that rubber compound stick to the road. Now, if you get a day where it's you know, 75 degrees and sunny all day, and you jump on your bike and you've been riding your bike for an hour, and you've been you know, warming up every spot of that tire, the percentage obviously goes up. Your tires will stick. And it also depends on the tread of your tire also. I mean, there is some tires out there that people will go for that are cheaper, budget wise, and that's cool, you know, but sometimes they don't have as much grip as some quote-unquote hyper sport tires do. Some hyper sport tires that's what they specialize in, is a real soft compound that heat up really quick and that stick to the road. Recently I learned a little bit more about tires, because like I said, I'm still new, but I recently learned that some of the higher end tires, as far as price goes, and you know, when they're classified as hypersport tires, they offer a lot more grip, a whole lot more grip, but longevity, you really don't get that much life out of them. And I will use my experience for an example. I certainly thought when I bought the Dunlop Q3 Pluses, I thought for sure that I would at least get about 5,000 miles or more, especially with my riding, because I don't ride too aggressive at all. Everybody knows that, and I'm fine with that. But those tires, especially the back one, that tire lasted me maybe a little bit over 3,800 miles. Right around that point is when I noticed it starting to wear, and then I did a lot of commuting during some point of this riding season, more towards the middle or the end. I basically, the tread in the middle went first, obviously. I had to replace that tire under 4,000 miles, I'm pretty sure it was. So I had to replace that tire. I replaced it obviously with a brand new Q3 Plus in the rear, and this was on my old CBR that I just actually got rid of. So I replaced that, and now you know, when it comes to these tires, I will go for the ones that are more stickier and inspire more confidence, because I rode on a set of Michelin Pilot Power 2 CTs my first season, and I really didn't, you know, understand riding, leaning, heating your tires up or anything like that. So therefore, I thought those tires were okay, until I realized, after getting those Dunlop Q3 Pluses, I realized that the Dunlops really did inspire a lot more confidence. They heated up way quicker than the Michelins did, and they stuck to the road, and they were considered hypersport tires. So those are a couple things that you need to take in consideration when getting out here in the colder temperatures, especially around that 50-degree mark. I think after it dips down below 50 degrees, you really got to take it easy out here. You really have to watch how you lean. You really got to heat your tires up really good, because you can heat them up. You can get off your bike for 10 minutes to go into the store, whatever, come back out, your tires are starting to cool down, the pavement's cold, or you try to take a turn without heating them back up again, and you can low side easily. So those are a couple things that you need to take into consideration. I don't know exactly how long I'll be out this year. I know around this time the weather will go up and down, up and down. One day it'll be 70, the next day it'll be the mid-50s. But either way, I'm going to take it easy with this cold pavement and cold tires, because I went down once this year, and I still don't feel it was my fault. But that's just a whole different topic that I'm really not going to talk about. And I'm not going to go ahead and get out here and make a mistake and go down again and then have to pay for it one more time, whether I get physically hurt, my bike gets you know, totaled again. I don't want to have to deal with it. And we're rolling up on a C7 Grand Sport. It's not too bad. Looks like it's a dealer demo possibly. And I don't really like that lime green or yellow stripe on there, but the C7 platform itself and the car, it was just a whole different game changer. But that's off subject, what I was talking about. But temperature wise, it's pretty good out here. It feels pretty good. The bike probably loves it. You know, Hondas run generally a little bit hotter than usual, and there's no tune on it, so therefore I can't control when the fan kicks on and everything else. My bike's running at 175 right about now, which is good. It will run over 200 when the temperature's a little bit hotter. But I am going to say, and I am going to finish with this, for the people who are watching, whether you're a new rider, whether you're a seasoned rider, whatever you want to call it, everyone has their own opinions on what's too cold to ride, what's too hot to ride. Some people don't come out when it's above 80, you know, and I can understand that. I mean, but I will say this, especially being a newer rider, take it easy. You know, take it really easy, especially your first season or first year or two. I mean, it's hard for me to say take it easy coming from my standpoint, because my first season, you can ask anybody. I was a turtle out here. I was slow. I mean, everything. I was still learning. This season, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was me watching video. I don't know. I really don't know. But I came out here with 10 times more confidence than I had last year. I know it doesn't take much skill to twist the throttle and go, and to do smackdowns or roll racing or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't take much. It just takes confidence. It takes you knowing your bike. There's a lot of factors into that, but I will say, for the newer riders out there, go ahead and take your time. Don't be peer pressured into doing something stupid, because these things will take your life, or your inexperience will take your life as well. Just as much as these other drivers out here who don't pay attention, and even other riders sometimes don't pay attention. They do stupid stuff, do a bunch of stupid shit, and expect you to, you know, hurry up and jam your brakes on or whatever it is. Just pay attention. That's why I don't really ride close to anybody. Even the people that I do ride with, that I know how they ride, I've been riding with them for 2 years. Even at times I will, you know, give them their space and give them their distance, because I'm not going to be in that situation where I have to hurry up and put my brakes on, or I put my brakes on too hard and go over the front handlebars, dump my bike. I'm not going through that. So I just go ahead and stay safe. You know, squeezing through gaps and things like that, I don't really do that. If there's enough room for, you know, 5 bikes to squeeze through a gap in rush hour traffic, by all means, I'll take it. But if there's room for 2 bikes to squeeze through, I'm not going to force it, because some of these people out here, they don't know your experience level. They don't know. So going back to what I was saying about the newer riders, take your time. My dad told me this before: time takes time, and I'm a firm believer in time taking time. It takes time to get that experience, and it takes time to build that confidence. It takes time to learn different things about riding on a motorcycle, because it does take somewhat of skill, and it does take somewhat of you having some type of willpower to not follow the crowd, or to not do things that you think will get you in trouble. There is no time to back out. Once you commit to something on a motorcycle, and even in life, once you commit to something, you just gotta go ahead and go with it. There is no turning back once you commit on a motorcycle at all. So once you make that move to go in front of a car, that's it. There is no backing out. But with that being said, guys, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you want to, go ahead and tap the post notification bell. Leave your comments, leave your opinions. I respect and will acknowledge all of them. Lots and lots more content coming very soon. Even with the season coming to an end, there's still going to be content being put out on a weekly basis, or even 2 and 3 times a week. Stay tuned, guys. Be safe out there.